Life always gives us chances to change, but if we fail to wake up in time, no one can save us except ourselves. The story of Ramesh is not just the tragedy of one man. It could be the reflection of anyone's life. At 48, Ramesh looks back and sees only regret. All his pain, loss, and loneliness today stem from his own wrong choices. Opportunities once came, but he ignored them. Loving advice from his parents was dismissed. Now, as youth has faded, Ramesh realizes that regret is the heaviest burden a human must carry. He hopes his story will be a warning for the young. Value your time, because once lost, it can never return. Ramesh's childhood was ordinary, but while his friends dreamed big, studied hard, and prepared for the future, he lived only for momentary pleasures. His parents pleaded, "You must study. Life outside is harsh. Prepare for your future." But Ramesh never listened. School felt like a burden, books like chains. Each morning, his mother gently woke him for school, yet he pretended to sleep. He hated uniforms, hated classrooms. Instead, he wandered the streets, wasting hours chatting idly with friends or staring at movie posters. To him, that was the real world. At first, his carefree life felt like endless vacation. But unknowingly, he was destroying the very foundation of his future. When the 10th grade exam came, Ramesh failed. His mother cried, but he laughed. "It's fine, I'll pass next time." Yet the next time was another failure, and eventually he quit school altogether. His parents were furious. Relatives like Uncle Rajesh begged him to change, but Ramesh remained blind. He drowned in carelessness, living in his own world, indifferent to tomorrow. While everyone hoped he would reform, he continued wasting precious time in idleness. As the years passed, Ramesh stayed stuck in his aimless world. While his childhood friends moved on, some entering college, some preparing for jobs, some joining the army, Ramesh lingered at the same old street corner with no plan, no goal. Not even that shock woke him up. His father, Harish, still tried to give him a chance. He opened a small shop so Ramesh could learn to work. "Work hard, build your future from here," he advised. Yet, within 2 months, Ramesh shut it down, casually saying, "I don't like it." The truth was, he never accepted responsibility for his own life. As Ramesh grew more reckless, people around him drifted away. His once patient mother stopped talking, her eyes filled with sorrow. His father, once enduring, fell into silence and disappointment. Even his childhood friends abandoned him, busy chasing their own dreams, careers, and families. Ramesh stayed in his corner, trapped in an illusion. Then came the greatest pain. His mother died. Tragically, when she passed, Ramesh was at the cinema with friends. Returning home, he found only his father collapsed in grief. For the first time, Ramesh tasted true loss, but it was too late. After his mother's death, Ramesh felt an empty void. Yet instead of changing, he sank deeper into aimlessness. By his 30s, he finally sought a job, but without a degree or skills, no one would hire him. He survived with odd jobs, washing dishes, laboring at construction sites. But he always quit, unable to endure responsibility, clinging to the false freedom he once cherished. That freedom became his greatest burden. Then another blow struck. His father, the last one standing by him, also passed away. His home became empty and his heart drowned in loneliness. After his father's death, Ramesh was completely adrift. Relatives avoided him, calling him a useless man, a failure. Those words pierced him, yet he knew they were true. He had shaped his own fate. At 48, his only livelihood was a small tea stall near the railway station. Workers stopped by for a quick cup, tossing him a few coins, sometimes promising, "I'll pay tomorrow." Ramesh no longer complained, for he knew this was the price of wasted youth. Now he understood. His greatest mistake was not poverty, but ignoring his parents' words, squandering opportunities, and letting youth slip away in vain. Sitting at his tea stall, Ramesh often replayed his life's mistakes. He realized seeing education as a burden was the biggest foolishness. Wasting time was the bitterest failure. He saw that true friends were not those who idled with him, but those who could have lifted him when he fell. Today his pockets are empty, but his heart is heavy with regret. He wonders, if I had listened to my parents, perhaps I would now have a family, a career, and self-respect, though too late for him. Ramesh keeps a small flame of hope that young people will not repeat his downfall. He urges, value your time, respect your parents, study diligently, and choose your friends wisely. Because once lost, time never returns. On lonely nights, Ramesh whispers, if only I had realized sooner. He imagines another life, a life where his parents were proud, where he had a family and faith in himself. But now that dream is only a shadow. Still, he doesn't want the youth to repeat his mistake. Ramesh pleads, if you are between 15 and 20, wake up today. Time is precious. Once gone, it never comes back. Education is not just about certificates, but a foundation for thinking and building a life. Choose friends who lift you, not those who drag you down. Life is not easy, but hard work makes it lighter. Ramesh has lost his youth, but you still have the chance to change. Don't let regret become the heaviest burden of your life.